Hello everybody and welcome back to Thornton Farm. So we're going to be finishing field number 4 today. It shouldn't take too long. I've been busy off screen doing quite a bit of it, as you can see here, leaving like a strip for the trees. And it's looking okay. We've got I think 2 sections left to do, so it shouldn't take too long at all. I'm going to get back into the 7930 and just finish this off. We should have enough seed in the seed drill, hopefully. So yeah, this should be a relatively quick job. Now what I'm doing, obviously I'm not using GPS today. I know, I'm not going to be using it yet though. I will do one day. What I'm doing is I'm following the lines and lining them up with the side of the wheel and also the centre of the bonnet. There are some invisible, well they're not invisible, but you know, they're faint lines in the field and they're very handy to follow. So that's what I'm doing. And this is just going to be for the first small section of this video. For the rest of the video, we're going to be renting the Krone Big M, and we're going to be doing quite a bit of mowing. I will have to double check and see what fields we actually own though, grass fields that is, because I want to do quite a bit. We need to do some for silage, some for hay, and I don't know, haylage maybe? Not too sure. We'll see how we go. But yeah, certainly some for silage because we need to get some money. Now I've been desperately waiting for this great demand, which I don't think is going to come. You can actually check to see when the great demands are coming if you go into the XML file. I think it's the economy one, I can't remember. And for what we need, I think it's wheat. I think it is. Just double check here. Yes, wheat. It's not even anywhere near really. It's not even showing up. So it's going to be quite a long time. If we can get enough money from the silage, then that will be absolutely fine. We can still wait, we can keep it in storage, and we'll be able to sell it when we can at the right price. But if we can't get the money from the silage, we're going to have to sell it straight away. Which I know I've said that I'm not going to do that, but that is a last resort really. Otherwise, we'll be selling a few trailer loads here and there, which is fine. But hopefully not all of it. Right, okay, so field number 17 we do own, but remember we've put the trees in there, so that can't be done for grass. Field number 40 we own. I don't know what the terrain is going to be like for that. Field number 10, that might be okay. That is the sheep field, but we might be able to cut it, it just depends, because we don't own the sheep yet, so it's going to be quite hard to say. Otherwise, we're going to be selling some wheat, and we're going to be buying a bigger field. But we're just going to have to take it one step at a time and go from there, I think. But that is our field almost completed. I think doing most of it off screen was the best option because going up and down the field all day can drag on quite a bit. Want to do some other jobs as well. I actually recently did a poll. If you watched my Neighborswell Farm videos a few days ago, there was a vote in that video, and I asked basically what do you want to see more of, and I think the options were sugar beet, potatoes, crop management, that's spraying and fertiliser spreading, or mowing. And mowing won by a very long way. So that is why we're doing mowing today. And there we go. Also, something I want to do very soon is some sunflowers, because sunflowers are one of the crops which I don't really do at all. I've done it a bit, but not too much, and I think it's a bit of a shame really. So sunflowers is on the to-do list. After we've done all the mowing and the silaging, that will hopefully be the next thing. We obviously have a very big field for them to go into, field number 13 just here on the left hand side, so that would be a very impressive harvest. Obviously I'd have to use a much bigger combine because before it took forever. But let's just head back to the yard, we'll drop this off, and then we will just check our finances, see how we're doing for money. And yes, I also do need to check to see how much the Krone Big M is to rent, because it's not going to be cheap, but there's no way I can afford to buy it. The best place for the seed drill is just down here on the right hand side, so that's where I'm going to put it today. And the John Deere will probably leave with it actually, because we can use a different tractor for a trailer if we need to get a trailer. So just down here where we got it from, perfect place for it. There are the silage pits if you've not played on Thornton before. That is where we'll be putting it all. It's not going to be like a maize harvest, it's going to be just grass silage, and that should be good. We'll switch the engine off there, and yeah, let's just double check and see the price of this Big M, because it's going to be expensive. I think it comes under mowers, yes. Renting it for 1 day would cost, wow, we can afford it just about, but we won't be able to afford a field, which is a bit of an issue. We could also do half a day, which is not as good value for money, but it is cheaper. Or we could do 10 hours. That's okay. I think we'll do 10 hours. So I'll buy that. It sounds stupid. I bought it before actually knowing which field we're going to go to, but we're obviously going to have to buy one because we're a bit short. I might cut field number 10, but the kind of field I wanted to go for here is something like field number 8. Field number 25, I haven't actually been there, I don't think. It looks like it's quite a bumpy field from here. Sorry, I keep doing that. That is a bad habit. I press number 5 on the Satix side panel, and it always brings that up. But yeah, we're going to have to just sell a bit of wheat, I think, to be able to afford that field. I've no idea how much it does actually cost. But yes, I think we should probably jump into our quad bike actually, which I have recently bought. I thought I'd bought it, but clearly not. I've just sold the pickup. That is why we've just got a bit of a cash boost there, but it's going to be short-lived because I now need to buy the quad bike. Yeah, I thought I had bought it. Maybe I didn't save the game. That was kind of stupid of me, but it's expensive, but it's still a nice thing to have in the map. This is the Can-Am ATV. We're going to buy it. We're not going to bother renting it because that would be ridiculous. And for the first time only, we're going to teleport over to the quad bike. This is going to be our new get-around vehicle. There it is. I think it's from FS13, I think, but I'm not too sure. But this should be quite a nice little change from the pickup, because a lot of people don't like the pickup. I think it's okay, but you know, I can live without it, to be honest. So this is a nice thing to have. And while we're in it, we're going to be heading over to field number 8 and check the price of that grass field. It's a speedy thing. I like it. I like it a lot. The entrance is just here. You can pull in front of the traffic quickly as well, which is nice. Just pull it in off the road. There we go. So, how much is this field? Where is the trigger? Is it this? Yes. Believe it or not, we can actually afford it. That looks like I've cheated now. No, believe me, I did not cheat there. I genuinely did sell the pickup, and amazingly, we have just about got enough money, which is a good thing because it means we don't have to sell any of the wheat, but it means we only have £1,621 left, which is not exactly impressive. So I think today we'll cut this field and we'll cut field number 10, and that should be enough for today, but probably in the next episode or two we will actually do another field as well when we've got the money. What speed can this thing actually do? I like it, it's a good thing. Whoa, it is nippy. 51. It's impressive. Much better than the pickup. Look at us go. Right, I've just realised I've gone to the wrong place. We need to go back over to the store. That's me getting carried away. Get a new little quad bike, well, quite a big one actually, and I forget what I'm doing. This will be a good test of the brakes. Better than expected. Okay, let's go. Let's get the Big M going. Shouldn't take us too long to do this because it's a big machine, a very big machine. We'll put this out of the way somewhere. And yes, that's going to be very handy in the future. Into a much larger machine. Let's go and do some mowing. We're driving what I think I've called in the past the spaceship. Obviously by the massive mowers we've got attached here. Now this first field we're going to be swathing it into the centre. After this we will be just spreading it out evenly so that it can dry off, and that will be the hay. But this is going to be silage. We will be getting at some point a forage harvester, which I'm hoping to buy actually, because renting all the time can be frustrating. It's also not very economical, and we're going to need it more than once on this map. So a forager is going to be very handy to have. I didn't realise we were so close to the train line here. But I don't think there is a train. Not just yet, anyway. There might be one later. Always enjoy using this machine. Not just because it's big and it gets the work done quickly. It's just, you know, it's a neat machine. It's actually, well, in Farming Simulator it's very easy to use anyway. You don't have to keep worrying about swapping between the two front and back mowers, lifting them up. It just does it all together. And I think going around the headland just once is perfectly adequate for this. I've been told in the past that you don't do the headland first, but I think I'd probably find that quite tricky to do if you don't do the headland first. I'm not sure what is the right method. You can't always just take one person's word for it, so I'm sure now I've said that, a load of people are going to say, yeah, you don't do the headland first, and I don't know. You'll have to all let me know, all the real farmers out there. Missed a bit now. Yeah, I don't know though. We're going to have to go over to field number 10 just to check the situation. If it's really rough or full of feeders and stuff, we'd probably leave it. Also, if we're going to be buying sheep soon anyway, it would be a pretty bad idea to take the grass away from them. So we'll have to make a decision when we get there. Another thing I like about this though is it's very neat. It does it all very neatly. Even for the worst drivers out there, including myself. I think some of you have probably noticed, but I'm not putting quite as much effort into the soil mod on Thornton Farm, and that is actually accidental. I've kind of been forgetting about it. On Naveswell, I just instantly think, oh, soil mod. But on here, I don't know, I just instantly think, oh, let's go and play with some big machinery. Very childish, I know, but yeah, I probably should focus on it a bit more than I'm doing, because if we don't, then the crops are going to die. And they're also going to be very bad yielding, so I will put more effort into it. I think I need to. As we have a few more fields now that need to be fertilised and sprayed, it'll be much easier because we can just do it all in one episode really quickly. I think that's looking okay. There's a few bits missed here and there. It's also not perfectly straight, but I think for the forage harvester it should be good enough. I'm missing a bit more there, but it's okay. I think once more down there and then up again and we'll be done in field number 8. It was definitely worth buying the field, especially with the field prices. I think they might be slightly too cheap. Hard to say, or maybe they are a realistic number, I'm not too sure. It didn't seem unreasonable, it seemed very cheap. But this field here is just perfect because it's not too bumpy. It's a decent size and, you know, it's good quality grass in here, at the moment anyway. If we neglect it, it won't even be worth cutting. Straight back up to the top and we'll be done. Yeah, sorry about the bits I've missed. Some people don't care, some people do. And there we go. We're done. So, let's fold it up, switch it off, and head over to field number 10. We'll assess the situation. Yeah, it certainly feels like a big machine when you're driving it on the road. It's not so bad in a field, but if you're passing traffic, it feels very tight. But down here, left hand side, I think you know where I mean anyway, because if you watch my previous videos, we've been here. We had to go through the field, in fact, to get the bales off for number 11? Yes, 11. The gate should still be open. And there it is. It's not the best field to be cutting. But I think we'll do it anyway. It's all extra, so we'll just have to wait for it to regrow, I think, before the sheep come into here. We don't have any, so we might as well use the produce of the field. Okay, so I've just put it into the swath spread mode, which means it'll be much easier for the grass to dry out, it'll be much more efficient, and we'll be able to row it up later on for the hay. It's a much bigger field than I thought, actually. I thought it was much smaller, but it is quite rough. What's that, CCTV? Oh no, is that the rear reversing camera? An even better view of the train line, just here. It's getting quite steep, so I'm going to cut across in front of the troughs, and that should be the best thing to do, because when we come along here with the tedder and the rake, it's going to be quite rough for them. This is the bit where I forgot to turn it off, the swath mode. Field 11 is looking pretty scruffy too, so if we can get sunflowers put into field 13 and then a different crop put into field 11, then it'll really neaten the farm up. We'll be able to get a lot more money as well. There's no money really in a set aside field. Just trying to decide what crop to put in there though. I don't know the best thing to do. Canola would be a good option. but it's an overused crop for us. I might put canola in there and then sunflowers in the other field. Love how close this field is to the yard. In fact, a lot of our fields are very close to the yard. It makes it a lot easier. Although it's a very big map, the fields which we seem to be concentrating on are around the yard. But yeah, the farm is very well situated because it's in the centre, so makes it easy. I'm guessing that when FS17 comes out, it's going to be no mods, and it's going to be mainly mods converted over from FS15, and maybe even some converted from 13 to 15 and then on 17 again. But yeah, I'm sure there will be some very decent new ones as well, but most likely they won't be out straight away. But that shouldn't be an issue, because with the wide range of different vehicles you should be able to get in FS17, from what we've heard, the AGCO vehicles, also the different implements as well, we should be able to crack on for quite a long time with the base game equipment. And if they're really heavily detailed, like they look like they're going to be, they'll be amazing. Once again, we're almost done, so we'll stay in cab view. The final bit just up here. And we're done. So, let's head back to the yard. This will be used again before the rent expires, I'm sure. We do have other fields, but not really anything too big. We can actually cut through field 11. Cheeky, I know, but we can do. What a beast this thing is. Literally travelling on the verges just to get it down the road. I think I might put it in the left side of the yard because there's a lot more space there. If we put it in the right hand side there, it's going to be quite tricky. And really, it just wants to be totally out of the way, so probably just here, best place for it. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and yes, we now have a quad bike, something which a lot of people have been dying to see. So yeah, hopefully that is all good news for everyone. Thank you for watching, and until tomorrow, see you again soon. Bye for now.